I've been endorsed by progressive groups that believe in change and reform. I'm the face of reform.
Judge Deshaun Jones is the face of reform, all right. And you know what? The rulings of his 180th District Court are getting us killed.
He was accosted there after he parked.
Daniel Musterman just went to Walmart to shop for his 87-year-old sick mom. He got beat to death.
I really hope that everyone will be careful and be very vigilant when they're going anywhere.
2 of the suspects out of jail thanks to rulings of Judge Jones.
You can see the row of evidence markers there. Oh my gosh, check them out, so many.
17-year-old John Smith just went to a party and got gunned down. The shooter was out of jail thanks to Judge Jones.
Someone left him there. So far, no word on a motive.
Channel 2 Sophia Beausoleil live off Lockwood and Stonewall, where a SWAT team has just arrived. Sophia?
That SWAT situation on Lockwood, cops got their man after a shootout and then found out he was a violent career criminal.
We know there's a revolving door justice going on right now.
Houston cops were pissed off, quoting, "This was entirely avoidable, only because of terrible decisions made by Deshaun Jones. Jones had given this guy a PR bond, a get-out-of-jail-free card. 2 of our cops almost died a month later. This is what soft on crime looks like. You let an effing murderer go," this woman wrote on the judge's Facebook account. It's been curiously silent in the midst of the re-election campaign, quoting, "You should be ashamed of yourself." Judge Jones thinks bond for accused violent criminals is actually fairer now, suggesting cash bail, it's a form of slavery, and the folks complaining are, well, racists.
There's diversity in the judiciary, there's fairness in the judiciary, there's a different frame of thought. Now all of a sudden it's broken without them just outright saying they're racist. It's borderline, seemingly racist, because I mean, for years the system was just fine and dandy.
They're exposing themselves.
And the system didn't work well for black and brown people.
Hey, Judge, you know what else doesn't work very well for folks of every skin color? Criminals with violent histories roaming our streets. We want criminal judges who are fair, but tough on those who commit violence.
We track a disturbing trend of repeat violent offenders getting bond for multiple charges.
Instead, we are handing accused felons with violent criminal histories get-out-of-jail-free cards, guaranteeing our families more pain. The soft 7 judges up for re-election in November have allowed more than 8,400 accused felons to simply walk out of jail on a PR bond since January 1st of last year. Remember their names when you go vote.
I'm Deshaun Jones, your candidate for the 180th Criminal Court.
One of the most generous of the soft 7 is Deshaun Jones. You can thank him for 1,248 accused felons getting that pass. Among them, 26 suspected robbers, 31 convicted felons caught with a gun, even folks charged with sex crimes with little kids. But it's the nightly murders that have taken center stage in this election.
We don't need murders every single day from criminals out on bond, which is what we wake up to every day.
Felon Donald Lenore was charged in October of 2020 with 3 counts of aggravated assault. He had shot up an entire neighborhood.
I looked down at the door and I just seen like a puddle of blood.
Houston police say Lenore was firing at cars randomly.
Prosecutors wanted him held without bond because of previous convictions. He was a dangerous felon with a gun. Judge Jones said no. Months later, Lenore was arrested again for trying to strangle his girlfriend. The magistrate noted at the time the guy was dangerous to our future. Judge Jones set a bond of just $10,000 for $1,000. Lenore was back out. A few months later, Houston firefighters found a body after putting out this house fire on Pointer Street. It was Reginald Lewis, Lenore's stepfather. He had been shot in the head. Donald Lenore is now charged with that murder. He had been arrested weeks earlier for yet another killing. At the time, he was out of jail on 5 different bonds.
No, I don't think he cares because he just let a murderer out.
Mary Pantoa relives the moment she knew her son had become another headline.
I think I screamed. I just wanted my baby back at that point.
Roger Pantoa was shot and killed by suspected robbers as he pulled up to a friend's house nearly 6 years ago. The friend had already been fatally shot.
I killed 2 people and they also put a gun to a young mother.
One of the accused killers, Eric Simeon, has still not faced trial, even though he's charged with capital murder. Roger's two sons, they've had to grow up without a dad.
It's like I don't even want to watch the news anymore because that's all you hear is like, you know, family member got killed or drive-by shooting or like, golly, you know, like, it's ridiculous now.
4 months after getting out of jail on bond, Simeon broke the rules, his bond revoked, but Judge Jones gave him another one, a smaller bond. While out on that bond, Simeon's convicted of yet another crime and spends 60 days in jail, his bond revoked again. But this February, Jones reinstated the bond on the capital murder case so Simeon could get out of jail. And it's shockingly a lower bond. For just $900, Simeon is a free man.
We find out, you know, they're getting out on bond, you know. They've been charged with capital murder, but yet they're still able to roam the streets. You know, I just can't believe that.
It was just like living the hurt all over.
Yeah, it's like they didn't value his life.
Her brother Javier Moreno was the second murder victim that night. He left behind a 2-month-old son, Judge Jones.
Would he feel okay for his child's murderer to get out on a $900 bond?
For me, I'm sure my sisters relate to it. It feels like a slap in the face.
This is criminal justice negligence for yet another Houston family already robbed of their family members by killers.
You've already robbed them, so now the judge is robbing them as well?
And it makes me very angry. We have to watch 2 boys go through this world without him.
Reporter Randy Wallace from Fox 26 went to Simeon's house the other day, and it looks like he's already been thrown out of that place. And if he strikes again, that will be more blood on your robe, Judge Jones.
They get to go home and see their kids. We have to go to the cemetery to see our son.